So our task at the moment is to write 3 1/8 as a decimal rounded to 2 decimal places. So we've got 3 1/8, which equals, that's the same as 3 plus 1/8. Well, we can leave the 3 alone. We just have to convert this 1/8 to a decimal, so we'll do that. And so 1/8 equals 8 into 1. And we'll have to put a couple of zeros here. One more. Anyhow, 8, and we'll multiply, let's see, 8 goes into 10. 1 times 8 is 8. Now we subtract, correct? And we get a 2, and we'll bring down a 0. And let's see, 2 times 8 is 16. And we'll subtract again. We'll bring down another 0, and we've got a 4. And let's see, if we multiply 8 times 5, that's a 40. And when we subtract, we get 0, no remainder. So in other words, 1/8 equals 0.125. But they said round to 2 decimal places. So that's going to be approximately, because of that 5 there, I'll have to round up, and I'll get 1/3. So that means 3 1/8 equals 1/8 equals approximately 3.13. And we've done what they asked us to do. Well, now we have to write 0.85 inches as a fraction rounded to the nearest 32nd of an inch. So we have 0.85 inches rounded to the nearest 32nd. Well, I better multiply by, the only thing I can multiply by to get a 32nd in this denominator is 1 in the form of 32 in the denominator and 32 in the numerator. So when I multiply these out, what we get is 27.2 inches over 32. So 27.2 30-seconds, but it said rounded to the nearest 30 seconds, so that's going to be approximately 27 over 32 inches. But let's find the error. And so we'll take the true value, and from it we'll subtract the approximated value. And these are both over 32, so I'll put the 32 there, and that equals 0.2 over 32, which rounds, or excuse me, which when you divide that out, you get 0.00625, and the units are inches. So there's an error of, and it's a pretty small error. And finally, we have to find what size wrench to the nearest 32nd of an inch will fit a bolt with a 0.748 inch head. Well, we'll have to convert this to 30 seconds, so 0.748, and that's inches. And again, we'll multiply by 1 in the form of 32 over 32. That's just multiplying by 1, and that product becomes 23.936 over 32, and those are inches. And this, when we round, we're going to round that up to 24, because we have to round to the nearest 32nd. So that'll be 24/32. And if you reduce, what you get here is 3/4, so a 3/4 inch wrench. So that equals a 3/4 inch wrench. And if you have tools, you know, you typically have a 3/4 in your wrench set. But let's find the error. So either one of these will work. We want the reduced form, so 3/4 of an inch. But they said round to the nearest 32nd, so we could take that also. Anyhow, so what we have is 24, and the difference in these, 23.936 over, and we have 32 in both denominators, so we'll just stick a 32 there. And the difference in those two is 0.064, and that's divided by 32. And when you carry out that division, you get 0.002 inches. So the error, although they didn't ask for it, I want to do it anyhow, is 0.002 of an inch. And we're done.